Okay, so I did something different with the Steam controller customization. Instead of mirroring the D-pad to the trigger, to the triggers, I actually assign keyboard input to the triggers for the individual note. I want to see if this is better than how I had it done before, just mirroring the D-pad. See, because sometimes I like to just hold down on the trigger when I'm holding a note, and then, like if I have to press that same input, sometimes I would forget to release the trigger. On the PlayStation 4 version, it doesn't matter because they consider the triggers to be like an additional input for the individual notes. And the way I have it set up before, when the triggers, they mirror the D-pad, the game would still think that you're holding down to the D-pad. So, since you're holding down to that note, if you press the D-pad again, it would not register that input. It would just register it. It would just register it as if you're releasing the trigger. So let's see if this is better. I just have to play with it a little bit. What is that sound now? Oh, it doesn't even register now. Oh my god. Oh, it's worse. It looks like it's... Why is it doing that? I think the problem with this, doing it this way, is the game still... The game still it's still recognizing the triggers as whatever the original assignment is. It's crazy. Let me see here. I guess we have to turn this off. Maybe that will fix it. Let's try. Okay, I'm just going to hold on to the left trigger. I'm going to hold that down and see if I can enter the right trigger input using the D-pad and the control face buttons. No, it still thinks. That's the problem. It still thinks that it's yeah. Because in a way, it's not an additional. It's not an additional input, because when you switch to the keyboard, it's still. I guess they're both still sending the same signal, whether you're using the keyboard. Yeah, whether you're using the keyboard or the controller. So it's not additional input. So this is not going to work. They just need to fix it. I know there's like a software you can download, because I think some people are using like a third-party software to take care of this problem. But I'm not willing to download some some random software, you know. Just not willing to do that. Shit. Dear God. Okay. So now the game is all fucked up. Okay. Keep it like this. So the only way you can fix this is for them. I mean, right now I can still use like my previous setting, which is better than this solution that I just. Unless if you change it. I want to try something. I want to try and. Okay, let me do this. If I change it to a different button. If I change this to a different button. Let's try that. Alright, let's see. So up would be 8. Oh, up would be. Okay, keep that up. Left is going to be 4. And right is going to be 6. Let's see if that's gonna work. No, no, it doesn't work. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not willing to download an extra questionable software. You know, I mean, player-based solution is sometimes questionable when you have to download like extra software and shit, because there's no guarantee that that thing is going to be clean. So might cause issues, you know. Might have viruses and shit. So yeah, I'm not gonna risk that. So we'll just have to change it back to how it was before. Just the D-pad, copy of the D-pad. That's the only way that this is playable now, you know. But I surely hope that they would fix the problem here with the trigger as single node input. So we'll just revert to default. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, we'll make sure. Well, it doesn't even matter. That part doesn't even matter because it's going to be mirroring it anyway to the D-pad. So we're not going to use this one anymore. Browse config. We're going to be using this one, but we're going to mirror. I think you apply the config and then you can. Then you can, yeah. Yep, this is the only configuration right now that makes the game playable and higher difficulties. So, and then you have to remember to release. If you're holding down a note using the triggers, you have to remember to release them, which makes the game more complicated than it is, because now you have to you have to be aware of the upcoming notes when you're holding down notes, because if you have to do a double note while you're holding down a note using the triggers, one of them, the D-pad input will not register because you're holding down the note using the D-pad, the mimic D-pad using your triggers. So all right, well, they fixed the stuttering issues somewhat. I mean, it still happens every now and then. Sometimes it's pretty bad, but I think frequency-wise, it's the same with like the PlayStation 4 version. I know there's some people out there saying, you know, people are always upset about DRMs and shit like that. You know, blaming it on DRMs and just saying that the PlayStation 4 version is superior when it comes to the controller, the controls, yes, for sure. But the stuttering also still happen on the PlayStation 4 version. Let's not get that twisted, because I play a lot of the PlayStation 4 version. Every now and then you have that minuscule skip, because that's what it is. I think it's somewhere in the coding, you know, I mean, because that's how it feels like here too. But sometimes in this version it is a little bit worse. Like sometimes it would like skip, but then it's not just like it's half a frame, it's like 3 frames. But it used to be bad. But since the last patch, it would happen, but every so often, not as frequent. I think the frequency wise is almost the same as the PlayStation 4 version. Maybe a little bit more, but it's similar. Because playing the PlayStation 4 version, every now and then, you feel that little skip, and then it will cause you to miss a note as well. So that's an issue that's also on the PlayStation 4 version. So for them to completely eliminate that, I'm not sure if it's even possible, because it's probably hard coded somewhere within the game. So it's something that they can't really fix. Maybe, perhaps, because that's been on the PlayStation 4 version forever. I think the last time I played the PlayStation 4 version, I actually experienced it. So anyway, all right. I just wanted to see if I could completely eliminate the controller problem by assigning the triggers to a keyboard input. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. So, all right, that's all I wanted to do in this stream.